Greetings to everyone, especially to the children of India, indeed, children of the world. With children, we always remember their parents also, because how can we separate children from their parents or parents from their children? Today, my little granddaughter, Shreya, came across a value education book published by Macmillan. And she began to read that book and stumbled upon a story which she liked very much. This story is about friendship. I'm sure children enjoy friendship, they attach a lot of value to friendship. Children are very good at making friends, and that's a good thing. So she wanted to share that story with children. Who would care to enjoy that story? I thought that was a good idea. So, what we propose to do is as follows: she will read that story, and then we'll have a brief discussion on that story. The theme is friendship, and the story is about friendship. It's a slightly longish story, but not too long either. So, we'll now listen to Shreya. She will read to us a story on friendship.
The value of friends. A long time ago, an eagle lived on the bank of a river. He was young and handsome and lived all by himself, happy to be alone. One day, a she-eagle came flying over the river. She saw the river full of fish and the green forest all around and decided to make a home in the area. She chose the tree opposite the eagle to build her nest. When the eagle saw her, he flew over to her and said, "Will you be my wife? I will love you and look after you." "Before I agree," said the she-eagle, "I must ask you one question. Do you have any friends?" "I am strong and can look after myself," the eagle said proudly. "I don't need friends." The she-eagle said firmly that she would not marry the eagle unless he made some friends. "Friends are important," she explained. "They make the good times better and are there for each other in times of trouble. I shall make a few friends to please you," promised the eagle, eager to wed the beautiful bird. He first called on an old tortoise. "Will you be my friend?" he asked. "Of course," said the tortoise. The eagle then asked his neighbor, a crane, who agreed as well. Next, the eagle gathered all his courage and flew to a lion's den. "Mighty lion, will you accept me as your friend?" he asked. "If you are ever in trouble, send for me," roared the lion. The eagle flew back and told the she-eagle about his 3 new friends. The 2 eagles were married, with their 3 little eaglets and 3 friends for company. They led a happy life. One day, 2 hunters came to the river bank. As they neared the tree where the eaglets had their home, the hunters heard the cheep cheep of the little eaglets. "Hey, did you hear that?" said one. "There are some bird chicks up on that tree. You light a fire while I bring them down." When the she-eagle heard these words, she said to her husband, "We need help. The crane is nearest to us. Go to him at once." The eagle rushed to the crane and told him what was happening. "You stay with your wife and babies. I will handle the hunters," said the crane. The crane waited to see what the hunters were doing. "The fire is ready. Let's bring down the chick," said one hunter. The crane flew into action. He dived into the river and shook himself free of water drops over the fire. When the fire went out, the hunters tried to light it again, but once again the crane extinguished it. This went on for almost an hour. "The crane needs a rest. We now need the tortoise's help," said the she-eagle. The eagle flew to the tortoise and told him about the hunters. "Tell the crane to rest. I will save your little ones," said the old tortoise, crawling towards a place where the hunters were sure to see him. Just as the tortoise thought, the hunters forgot about the eaglets when they saw him. What a huge tortoise! If we catch it, we won't have to look for food for the next 4 days, one hunter said to another. The hunter tore their turban cloth into 2 strips. They had tied the tortoise to the cloth. When they tried to pull him along, however, the tortoise slid away under a bush. It was too much of trouble to catch him. I told you not to be greedy. Let's be happy with the bird chicks, said the second hunter angrily. When the eagles heard this, the she-eagle said to her husband, now only the lion can help us. Please fetch him. The eagle flew to the lion and asked for help. When the hunters were busy lighting their fire, the lion crept up from behind them. Grr, he growled loudly. When the hunters saw the lion, they jumped into the river and swam away as fast as they could, without once looking back. Now you see the value of friends, said the she-eagle to her husband, smiling because their babies were finally safe. Thank you.
Very good. Now you see the value of friends. Good?
Yes.
Okay, good. This story is about the need to have friends as well as the advantages in having friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of some of the advantages in having friends?
A friend is a need. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Friends help in trouble. Friends help to improve our social sense. Friends can help each other in studies.
In studies. So first of all, friends can come to your help if and when you need it.
Yeah.
Suppose you find yourself in a situation where you need help. If you have good friends, they'll come to your help.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, by interacting with children, other children, making friends with them, you will develop better social sense. Okay. Also in school or college, you can form good friends, friends who are interested in studies. So you can encourage each other to study better. So that's it. Now, suppose a friend of yours asks you to do something which you know that your parents would not want you to do. What will you do?
I will not do anything that makes my parents unhappy.
No.
If my friend asked me to do it.
So we should obey our parents rather than our friends.
Yes.
Otherwise, we should make our friends happy. We should cooperate with them. Otherwise, they will not be friends. Being friends with people means taking their wishes also into account and cooperating with them. But sometimes it may happen that some friends would want you to do something which you know very well your parents would not like you to do. So at that time, you have to politely tell them, no, please, I won't do this because I know my parents will be unhappy, will be sad if they know that I have done it. And I can't hide anything from my parents. So it's good to have friends, but we should never be secretive about our friends. Our parents should know all about our friends, who our friends are and what their interests are. We should take our friends home, introduce them to our parents, so the parents also get the opportunity to interact with them and assess them. And then the parents will be able to guide you whether or not this person is the right friend for you or not. Okay? Very often, 9 cases out of the 10, it would be good friends. But sometimes it may so happen that there may be a person whose interest may not be very healthy. So at that time, it's very, very helpful, it's very wise and safe to take your parents into confidence when you make friends with people. Now, in general, what I want to what I want to say to parents and children is that stories have been, from time immemorial, the best medium for learning new insights into life, moral lessons. So, in value education books, stories are used, at least one story, to illustrate a particular value to be taught. That is because every human being has a particular liking for stories. There is nobody who is bored with stories or nobody who dislikes stories. Human beings by nature are story makers, storytellers, and story listeners. Sometimes we forget ourselves when we listen to a good story. I remember years back when my children were young, I taught them Aesop's fables. Aesop was a great writer of stories with morals. Okay? Your mother. And I taught your mother and your aunt the whole of Aesop's fable. Fables are stories using animals as characters, but they also tell you a moral story. And I was quite surprised and very pleasantly surprised to find that both my children were keenly interested in Aesop's fables. So when they were of your age, they read the whole of Aesop's fables. Okay, so stories are very helpful in conveying certain ideas and enabling people to grasp that idea themselves. So Jesus Christ taught through stories, they're called parables. Okay? Buddha used stories to teach people. So, a very, very time-tested, ancient method of teaching. So, I'm glad that you found this book by yourself and you thought of sharing this with the children. You must always think of other people. Okay? When you come across something, you want to share it with other children because they also must benefit from it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have good friends?
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about one of your friends? Any friend that you have? How many friends do you have?
At school, I have many friends.
Oh, that's very good. Very good. Okay. How do you spend time with your friends?
I play with them,
Play with them.
share things.
Share things. Okay. Do you share stories?
Yeah.
So from now onwards, you should learn more and more stories so that when you go to school and there is free time and you interact with your friends, you will be able to enrich them with these new stories. Learn as many stories as you can. Okay? You should always go to school with the intention to contribute something. So rather than getting everything from the school, you should be able to put something into the school to make the school better. One thing you can do is to learn new stories and share them with friends. Sometimes a teacher may come across the fact that you're doing this and teacher would be very pleased, and the teacher may call upon you to share a story with the entire class, and that will be a recognition for you. Okay? You will feel better that you're able to contribute something to make the classroom better. So learning stories must be a priority. Okay? So, did you enjoy reading this story?
Yeah, of course.
Very nice. Okay. Now, do you want to make more videos like this?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Will you be willing to take the trouble over it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you very much. So, we are very happy that we can share this little story with you. Friendship is very important in life because we are not complete in ourselves. We need friends to make our life better and brighter. We also need them in times of need. But it is not that we just want to make use of friends when we get into trouble. Equally, we should be always mindful of their needs, just as we expect our friends to meet our needs. Even more importantly, we should be mindful of our duty to meet their needs. If your friend is in trouble, you should respond to it and help that student out in any way you can. For example, one day one of your friends could not come to class
Mm.
because of ill health or something, whatever it may be. So certain things were taught in the classroom. That friend missed the classes.
Yeah.
So you can make a note of that, and the next day when that friend comes, you can call that friend aside when there is free time and say, yesterday, these are the things the teacher taught.
Yeah.
So you better learn this. I can help you if you want, but here is my notebook. Whatever you have, you can share with. And that is how you actually take care of your friends.
In school, ma'am asked me, so one was absent on a day.
Okay.
So I gave the book to copy.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm sure your teacher appreciates that a great
Yeah.
deal, right? What's the name of your teacher?
In choice school,
Your choice school, yes.
Bhagya ma'am.
Oh, Bhagya ma'am. Okay, very nice. All right, so that's it. That's it. I think we'll close our the small video here, and we want to thank everyone who is taking interest in this. This is the second of the videos that we are making during this summer vacation. My grandchildren are here through the summer vacation, and we hope to make more videos like this. Hope this interests you, and hope this helps, particularly the children of India. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.